Hey guys, it's Ed with Dual Brain MTG, and today we are going to discuss TCG Firebay, the sale of TCG Player to eBay. We're going to discuss that in depth. Let's talk about it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
All right, everyone. I'm sure by now you heard the news or even some details about it. So eBay bought TCG Player. I think it was 295 million. Impressive. I mean, I've seen TCG Player just grow and grow over the years, especially as eBay fees have gone up. TCG Player has like a ceiling on fees, so it's better for sellers. And I don't know. Lately, though, I've been not too happy with people calling stuff near mint and getting it, and it comes back light play. But that's besides the point. We're talking about today the fact that eBay bought TCG Player. Now, I mean, we've all seen TCG Player grow, and what that means is that sellers were going from eBay to TCG Player, and they were getting the sales there because they could charge less. So yeah, I mean, eBay isn't blind. They realized this, so they went out and got TCG Player. But it's kind of an obvious move, but it's not at the same time. TCG Player says that this isn't going to change how they operate for now, but with eBay, it's going to be higher fees. Things are going to change. I expect things to change within a year. Okay. So I just want to say this. Mark my words. What's next is eBay partnering with CGC, not just for authentication, but for grading. PWCC and BGS recently, got together. You have PSA and Golden, and now they actually have WADA games. So what does this mean? Now all these, there's going to be three big players. There already is three big players: PSA, BGS, CGC. Now there's going to be three big players that are even bigger: PSA and Golden. So they each have their auction house: Golden, PWCC, eBay, and then you have marketplaces like TCG Player. So there's all types of things coming together right now, and it's kind of crazy because we've never seen this much attention on Magic. I was just talking to Paul from Centerpiece Collectibles. Go check him out. Just to gather my thoughts on this. I mean, he's like, yeah, Magic has never had the eyes on it like it has before, like with Post Malone, all that madness, that whole giveaway, whatnot, what's happening over there. I think that this whole thing is kind of a recipe for a graded video game style mania or run up or bubble. I don't know what it is, but what happened to graded video games recently. Now, the thing about it though is MTG Magic, it's rarer than those video games. The population reports in higher grades is lower. Okay, that's kind of crazy. And look at what happened to sports cards. Same thing. It's rarer and the population is lower. Uh, for some of the older stuff, especially like stuff from the Four Horsemen, really high grades. Not many more of those are coming out. Really, not many more of those are coming out. I mean, just look at the last buyout, run up, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it was really crazy, and to me, one of the biggest revelations from that buyout was the low inventory. The second biggest revelation is how very few near mint cards there are ungraded and loose left out there. This, coupled with this distillation of the market of sellers and buyers and marketplaces and even media attached to it, I think in a coordinated effort, things could get wild. Okay. And personally, I'm actually going to be taking stuff down from eBay. I mean, during the last buyout, I marked stuff up appropriately to get an offer and to come to an agreement, right? I didn't mark it down when the market retracted. I didn't need to sell. And that's another point. If you don't need to sell, now is not the time to sell. Now is the time to buy. Not financial advice. But I'm going to be taking down anything that to me is rather difficult to replace. I feel like the truly rare items, the tens of Four Horsemen stuff, like the quad 9.5s of high end reserve list cards like Gaia's Cradle, these are not easily replaceable. These are the types of cards that are going to make waves when the time comes. I'd rather be in it than regret having sold too soon. I don't need to sell. I'm not going to. This whole thing is kind of crazy. So, BGS PWCC versus PSA Golden versus CGC eBay TCG player. This is lining up to be some madness. I don't know. I'm really interested to see where the market's going. I hope it doesn't get too toxic. I hope it doesn't get too full of bullshit like what happened with the video games. Let's hope the same people aren't involved. Those people have been messing things up since the 80s when it comes to these types of markets, creating bubbles and then just selling in and watching them pop. It's exciting times. I hope it's good times. I mean, that's all we can say, right? Anyway, remember to like and sub. If you're going to buy anything on TCG Player today, remember to use my affiliate link in the description. It is free to use. You click on it and you shop like normal, and it helps out a lot. Check out my Patreon. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. We could use some more patrons for the older box breaks. Yeah, everybody, take care. Be aware. Have a great day. Peace.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?